Welcome into the Rock and Refuel Recruiting Roundup. He's Jason Jewell. I'm Jordan Ham. We're going over everything recruiting related in the state of Arizona. And as the high school football playoffs progress, a lot of playmakers who are still playing are picking up offers. We're going to start with Jake Smith, who picks up an in-state offer.
Yeah, we talk about him every week. Now he has 17 Division I scholarship offers. Absolutely crazy. 2019 wide receiver, DB, running back from Notre Dame Prep adds an offer from the University of Arizona, and he's a guy that's closing out on 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving this year. Big-time playmaker in that 2019 class.
I saw Josiah Bradley on Friday night with the Saguaro SaberCats. Had a rushing touchdown in the first half as well as an interception. Two-way player. He picks up a offer from Nevada.
Yeah, so Nevada already has a commitment from one of his teammates in Giovanni Miranda, who's a tight end linebacker. They're going to come in, the Wolfpack are, and try to steal a guy, Bradley, that was being heavily recruited, his junior year, had offers from most of the Pac-12 schools. So if they can land a guy like him, who's a four-star prospect, be huge for the Wolfpack.
Now over to Northwest Christian. Jaden Hoyt picks up his second offer.
Yeah, I watched him play live a couple weeks ago, and I was a fan. I like him. He's about 6'3", 270 pounds. He plays right tackle, and he plays defensive tackle. Adds an offer from Air Force. His other FCS offer is from the University of San Diego. So obviously he's an intelligent young man. I've said it before on the show that when you're big and you have good grades, you end up getting recruited.
Keeping it on the west side and on the offensive line, we have Xavier Delgado from Deer Valley picks up another offer.
Yeah, so he has an offer from Iowa State. He adds an offer from Idaho, and Xavier is one of the more under-recruited offensive linemen, I feel, in the state of Arizona. He's 6'4" and he's 300 pounds. Kind of got overshadowed by Joey Ramos, but I think Delgado is a fantastic football player that has a bright future at the next level.
And wrapping things up, Brock Purdy having a great senior season. He takes on Mountain Point this week, picks up an offer from Southern Utah.
Yeah, it seems like the whole Big Sky is coming in and trying to offer Purdy, and rightfully so. He's a fantastic football player. We've seen what he did as a junior, and it's just carried over into his senior season, and it's his 5th Division I scholarship offer.
Now, a couple years ago, we saw a guy from Corona del Sol, Austin Dixon, just kind of explode late in the recruiting cycle, and you tabbed someone who might be similar over at Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted that I think Davis Duvall over at Notre Dame Prep is going to end up being this year's Austin Dixon. He's a kid that was 6'3" and 225 pounds as a junior. Now he's about 6'4", a little over 250 pounds, and his senior highlight tape came out, and I thought it was very good. And plenty of schools. He took an unofficial down to Arizona and Idaho and New Mexico and South Dakota State and North Dakota have shown some interest in this guy, and he's a kid that I think he does not have a Division I scholarship offer right now, but I don't think it's going to be very long before he gets one.
As we shift gears now to the high school football season, we have the semifinals on this Friday, and we wanted to preview the 4A division. A lot of really good teams. It's those top 4 seeds in there. I know that Sunrise Mountain and Salpointe Catholic really jumped out to you.
Yeah, that's the game I'm actually going to be at. The game is at Ironwood High School, and I was out at Sunrise Mountain's practice on Monday, and you look at what the Mustangs have been able to accomplish. They're a feisty team. They're not huge. When you look at Salpointe is massive on the offensive line, and Steve Decker had the Mustangs out there on Monday going live and live tackling drills, trying to get ready for the physicality that Salpointe is going to bring. You look at they got the massive offensive tackle Mateo Melee, and then very dynamic running back in Bijan Robinson. So I think this is going to be a great football game.
On the other side, there is Saguaro and Higley. I got to see Saguaro on Friday night against Peoria. In the first quarter and a half, they had 4 turnovers. So the defense is playing great. As I said, Josiah Bradley had a really strong first half. And then on the other side, you have Higley. Their only loss was to Saguaro, 42-14. But you have Spencer Brash, the dual threat quarterback, Drayson Hall, one of the best athletes in the entire state, and a really good defense that's really starting to come together as well. So that should be a very good one. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Rock and Refuel Recruiting Roundup on Sports 360 AZ.